So you're thinking about buying a home here in South Florida. So here are the top 10 reasons we absolutely love living in South Florida. And no, it's not limited to just 10, but if I want to come up with a longer list, we'd be here for hours and hours. I mean, there are so many great things about living, not only in the state of Florida, but South Florida specifically. But thinking about that, I mean, I've lived here for over 22 years. I've been through it all, the hurricanes, the ups, the downs, everything in between. So these are the real reasons that we absolutely love living here and wouldn't trade it for the world. But before we jump into that, if you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, living, and even playing in South Florida and Florida in general, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. We get calls, emails, texts every single day from people like you looking to either move to South Florida or they already live here and they're looking to move to a different part of South Florida, and we love it. So whether you're looking to move tomorrow, next week, next month, or even in a couple years, shoot us an email, give us a call, shoot us a text, even a DM, whatever's easiest for you. We got you to make your move as smooth as possible. So now let's jump into the top 10 reasons that we absolutely love living in South Florida. All right, so number one, it's an easy one. It's the beach. Obviously you had to put it on the list. It's one of the best things to do down here. Number one, because it's free, well, except for the parking aspect of it, but there's ways around that, especially if you're local, you know the spots. But think about it, where else can you go to the beach almost every single day? Christmas Day, can't do that anywhere up north. You can go in the summer, you go in the spring, you go in the fall. So it's really fun. And plus there's a bunch of different things to do. You don't have to just sit there and turn over and flip around like a rotisserie chicken. You can go play beach volleyball, you can go play football, frisbee. There's a lot of things to do. Plus there's all the restaurants and things on the beach as well, which make it that much more fun. And number two, it's not just Fort Lauderdale, it's not just Miami, and it's not just West Palm. You have three major cities right here in South Florida, and they're all really close by. So Fort Lauderdale and Miami, it's about 30 to 45 minutes. Fort Lauderdale to West Palm is about an hour. Miami to West Palm is about an hour and a half. So they're all within driving distance. And the really nice thing about it, if you really wanted to and you wanted to get there a little bit quicker, you could take the Brightline train and it could drop you off at all three of them. Miami to Fort Lauderdale is only 30 minutes. Fort Lauderdale to West Palm is another 30 minutes, so only an hour. Cutting that down from an hour and a half from Miami to West Palm. So there's plenty of things to do and you can experience all three cities all within one day. Where else can you do that? Kind of tying into that, number three is the location. So let's think about it. You do have all three major cities, but on top of that, you're also not too far from other major cities in Florida as well. So you're only about 3 hours from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, so you can go enjoy the theme parks and everything that Orlando has to offer and still be back in the same day. You go up to Cape Canaveral, go to Kennedy Space Center, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You can go over to Tampa, about 3 hours, 45 minutes, 4 hours. Still come back in a day. Now that's a little bit of a longer drive even for me, and I love driving, but it's still doable. You can head over to Naples, it's only an hour, hour and a half away. And the best part, you can go down to the Keys. So Key Largo's out only an hour and a half from Fort Lauderdale, 4 hours from Fort Lauderdale to Key West. I mean, where else in the world can you live and just pop down to the Keys for a little bit and still come back? Number four has to be the weather. Now, for some of you who don't like it hot, I mean, it's hot. There's no way around it. I myself love the heat. Let's think about it. Would you much rather be sweating your butt off all year round, or would you rather have the cold winters with the wind whipping through you, all that? No, thank you. Plus, it does get kind of cool and cold. I mean, we have cold by Florida standards in the wintertime. Plus in the winter, I mean, it's not that bad. Like you can go out on the boat in the winter. Like Christmas Day, we've been out on the boat. January, we've been out on the boat. February. So like there's still times where it's warm. Plus the skies in the wintertime down here in South Florida are beautiful. There's no clouds. It's just blue skies all day long. It's awesome. Number five is one of my personal favorites, and that's the sports scene. So no matter what professional sport you're a fan of, we have the team. So baseball, we have the Marlins. Basketball, we have the Heat. Football, we have the Dolphins. Hockey, we have the Florida Panthers. Soccer, we have Inter Miami, who just got Messi. So we have everything. Oh, okay, maybe you're not a pro sports fan. We also have almost every single major college sports team as well. Or college sports. I mean, think about it. You have the University of Miami. We have FIU, FAU. All those teams compete at an extremely high Division I level in all of their sports. So you can go enjoy it no matter what. Plus, you're not too far if you want to go to a UCF game or even a USF game. And then if you really want to go to other games, you have to go to a Florida game and you have to go to an FSU game. There's still not even that far of a drive. Florida State, if a lot of traffic's going to take you about maybe 6-7 hours. UF, you can get there in about 5-6 hours. So it's still not bad. Number six has to be the food scene. So we have everything and anything. So everything from burgers to seafood to even authentic Cuban cuisine and even other authentic cuisines of other cultures. And that's the one thing that people don't really talk about, is that everyone thinks South Florida just has a bunch of Cuban food. No, we have everything. So whether you want sushi, you want to try, Colombian food, you want to try like good old country home cooking, you want to try Haitian food, we have it here and it's awesome, and you get to try everything and just really find what you like. You don't have to eat the same boring things like chicken and rice every day. Number 7 is the parks, especially if you love being outdoors. So I'm not even just talking about like parks for children and things like that with like a jungle gym. We have parks for that, obviously, but then we also have plenty of sports fields and things. So whether you want to play a pickup game of basketball, football, soccer, baseball, there's plenty of parks to go and do that. Then we also have parks where they're just pretty much trails. So you can get out and just be out of the house and go walk, put in a pair of headphones, listen to an audiobook, podcast, music, whatever you're doing, and just, enjoy nature and kind of just disconnect from everything at the same time. Number 8 is the sun. And before you're like, all right, what the hell does the sun have to do with anything? Hear me out. Number 1, you feel better when you're outside. Yes, you feel a little bit better when you're sweating sometimes too, but that vitamin D actually does make you feel better just having the sun on your skin. Don't take it the wrong way, not like that vitamin D. Get your minds out of the gutter. But that vitamin D doesn't help you feel better, and just, you can be outside all year round. Think about it. All those times in the winter when people up north have to stay inside, or outside doing things, whether it's going to the beach, being on the water, going on a boat. Like, there's just something to do outside at all times, and that's really, really nice about living in South Florida. Number 9 is the shopping. I will say that South Florida, hands down, probably has some of the best shopping in not only the entire state, but probably the entire country. You gotta think about it. We have some of the most luxurious shopping malls and different places to go. So we have places like Bal Harbor, the Aventura Mall, Sawgrass Mall, even Boca Town Center, and Palm Beach Gardens Mall. So they're all right there, all within an hour, hour and a half of each other, and you can go experience everything from extreme luxury all the way to the outlets. And number 10, one of the best things about living in South Florida and Florida in general is the culture. So a lot of people probably think that South Florida is just all Spanish and a lot of Spanish culture, when in fact it's actually a huge melting pot, and that's what makes South Florida so special. We have people from all walks of life, all different cultures, all different backgrounds, and that's really the most beautiful thing about living in South Florida. You get to experience all these different cultures, from the different ways that they interact and do things, all the way to the food, and it really makes it that much better. And you get to see different perspectives of life and all the things in between, and meet some of your best friends for life as well. So that's what we deem the top 10 things about living in South Florida and what we absolutely love about it. So what do you think that we missed that we should have hit on? Let us know down below in the comments. And if you're thinking about moving to South Florida or Florida in general, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. Give us a call, shoot us a text, email, DM, whatever is easiest for you, we got you.